Do one. Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama. This is going to be Winning with Ease, defending a one-base Void Ray with Warp all in. So it is going to be on Cloud Kingdom, and the reason I'm kind of doing this is because the last time that I showed you a video on Cloud Kingdom, we saw the 2-base Blink Stalker all in. And so I want to kind of show how I can react the same to both of these builds just about and still be fine. So the reason he's talking about the whole blind counter is because in the game before I accidentally started going for Cloak Banshee. I just wasn't thinking, and so he was like, well, that actually probably be pretty good against it because then you can get a Viking out and stuff. And I was like, yeah. So I don't want to do blind counters or anything like that. I simply just want to do a straight up what the user requested. He requested just going for the 3 racks into Medivacs, and so I'm just going to go for that and then kind of show how I react to seeing the Void Ray all in. So really quickly, I will have the new subscriber shout out. We're going to have the Pepsi Narcoman, Cybercore SC2, Tim Tribone, Turbo 2x126, GoBoard, Badapper, Mikhail Iverson, Duskage99, Warsumper, Greggy398, Ixionu, The Nerdception, Water Flavored Water, Gelwood, Damchevich, Nocta Hamburglar for show, Marine33, Coreyboy6, Deathstalker3331, and Randall White is. So thank you guys for subscribing. I hope you guys learned something from my videos. And really quickly here, you will see that he's going to bring this probe in. If you have to halt your SCV production on that barracks really quickly, go for it. A lot of people do not do that. They'll let their SCV get down to like half health, and by the time their SCV gets over, this SCV will start attacking the probe, but that probe will be able to kill off the SCV. And I'm talking to kind of lower leagues. When you get to higher leagues, they'll do that. But yeah, if your SCV is under attack, you can just select him, press T, halt. That'll halt him from doing it. It won't blow it up or anything. If you press escape or cancel it while you're selecting that, it will blow it up. But yeah, if you just hold the worker and press that T button, he'll stop working. Then you can attack with both really quickly till he runs away, and then you can start working on it again. So I'm going to be doing a 1-rax expand gasless. I'm not sure if I stated that, but that's what's going to happen. I will be scouting after my barracks right here. And with my Marine out now, I can go ahead and throw down my command center right there. And I didn't really want him to see it, so that's why I kind of pushed my SCV a little bit further there. So if he does come back with the probe, he will be able to see it, but it'll cost him a probe. So now I can throw down my second supply depot, get out more SCVs right here, get out my Marine a little bit later, and just kind of continue to chill in that. So here I want to kind of go over what I'm scouting. Right here we do see that he uses a Chrono Boost on his gateway, so already he's not saving up much energy. He has double gas, right? So he did use a Chrono Boost as well on his warp gate right there. So those are both things that I want to note. There may be some sort of early pressure because, hey, he's warping that out, or maybe he's just, scared that I'm going to do some sort of early pressure. Either way, I'm just taking note of the warps that are going down on both of these, and he also skipped a Zealot from what it looked like and just warped out a Stalker. So what's really to note, though, of course, is the fast double gas, right? So it looked like that gas had to have been taken around 18, something like that. So that right there, to me, says this could be possibly Blink Stalker. I just saw the Stalker that came out. This could be an Immortal Sentry all-in. This could be a Voider all-in. Or it could just be something like a Sentry Expand, which allows you to just tech faster to Colossus. I mean, there's a lot of things. I can't really know exactly what's going on. I'm just going to be getting my bunker up, have my Marines out at the ramp there, continue making my SCVs, get my tech labs down. Whenever I see double gas, I like to get 2 tech labs, and there's 2 reasons for this. The first reason is because if it's some sort of Blink Stalker or something, I like to be able to get the Marauders out, right? Because Blink Stalker is so strong, especially on this map, with just the way that this whole ridge is and everything, that I can get out the Marauders, and I'll go ahead and start my stim as well, because that's a decently long upgrade. So I can just get out my fast Marauders right there in case it is a Blink Stalker all-in. The reason I like to get the second tech lab is because not only can I get those Marauders, but if for some reason I don't need Marauders, like it is a Blink Stalker all-in, I can go ahead and grab Combat Shields as well, which is just huge. So I will be throwing down my factory here, and I'm going to be dropping a scan in his base when I get that scan, and I want to pause really quickly. What am I looking for right here? First off, I knew that he had that pylon right there, so I'm going to kind of try and check around it, see what else he has. but I'm looking for the expansion. But you don't want to really scan right over here because then you don't see anything in his base. So you want to scan up here so you can still see if he has an expansion, but at the same time maybe see into his base. And guess what? You can also do this with an SCV, just FYI. Mine was picked off, but sometimes players will send their SCV up here, and then at 6:30 send it into scout, go up into the base, and oh look, I see 4 gateways. So immediately, even though I don't know this is a void ray all-in, I at least know it could be a slightly delayed 4-gate with 2 gas, where you get sentries, things like that. So at the very least, I'm going to be throwing up bunkers either way. So let's go back to my natural, and here we go. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a couple more bunkers. And I'm simply doing this because I'm worried of what it is. 4 gates is generally not going to be that Blink Stalker all-in, I don't believe. I believe it's 3 gates. Is it 3 or 4? I can't even remember right now. My brain is just like fried. But regardless, I'm going to be throwing up this bunker in my main. Same reaction, right? This is the same reaction as before. And here I scout that he has a pylon over here. So now I'm going to be pulling up my Marines right here. I'm going to leave these in the bunker. And the reason I'll show you this is because it'll be good for future note. Now I want you to know that I'm going to be using my SCVs somewhat to fight against these zealots, right? So I'm going to be attacking up here against the zealots with my SCVs and my Marines, of course. And now I can go back to mining, and here you can see why it's really good to have these extra bunkers, because now I can just move my units back a bunker, and if he kills this one, I move him back another bunker. I also want to note that I did start combat shields when I did scout up there after the scan. So here he's going to try and be picking away at this bunker. He's really not being able to do too much, but he's about to kill it, so once again, back up another bunker. And a lot of people don't really see this, right? He would have been able to basically win at that point. Not win because I had these Marines, but it would have been a lot worse situation for me had he had I not had those bunkers up. But because I did, I was in a fine situation. So now note that I have combat shields, so my Marines are going to be stronger. I have stim as well, so I can start stimming towards the void ray and stimming towards his units if I need. And now I'm just going to leave these guys right here on auto repair. I'm also going to be throwing up more bunkers as I can. He's actually going to get that SCV at just right before it finishes. That's so close. But yeah, so I'm going to use these SCVs now as well to come over here and finish this up. Pull the Marines from inside my base to go ahead and attack as well right there. Finish up that bunker, and now I can retreat my Marines back into the bunker as well. And once again, I have a little bit of safety here. Even though he has this charged Void Ray and these Stalkers doing a ton of damage, it's just really not going to be enough, and I'll be able to once again, if for some reason this falls, just back up into my bunker. So it's such a strong strategy and such a smart thing to go ahead and get these bunkers. I also want to note that I am getting a starport. I'm getting my reactor. I put guys back on gas here. Oh, I guess I didn't. I will be putting guys back on gas fairly shortly here when I'm trying to build. I try and build a Viking. That's right. And I'm like, oh, I don't have enough gas. So at this point, I'm really still in a great situation. Be careful not to lose too many Marines, so go ahead and just move those back. Stay in range of your bunkers. He really can't do too much. Also, go ahead and scout for that pylon yet again. So I see he has the pylon here, and now I can actually move some more Marines. Once again, keep some in the bunkers, but move the rest over here. A big thing to note is he does not have blink, so all those units down on the low ground won't be able to really do too much. It's just units that he's warping in up here with the Void Ray. So I can come over here, and he'll try and push forward, and I can actually just grab my Marines, and because I do have stim as well, just stim right up under that Void Ray and pick off the Void Ray really quickly, pick off the Zealot, and he really has nothing left that he can do. So at this point, I'm ahead in Harvesters 35 to 22, 36 to 22. He's still on one base right there. As you can see, he did proxy the Stargate, and he's going to try and go for some sort of last-minute push right here. Really not going to be able to do too much, as I have a tiny kills that one bunker. Not going to be enough. I can just kind of stim forward. I've also got my medevacs on the field, maybe? No, I don't. Medevacs in production? I swear I was building medevacs. Maybe that came after. It's possible that that came after, but once again, note I am still throwing down yet another bunker here. These dudes should be mining, not sure why they are not, but I will put them back to mining fairly soon. I do remember that. And the bunker, once again, another bunker never went up. So now I have medevacs out on the way, and VVV Poser says it's pretty easy to stop if you know it's coming. So once again, he thinks I was just going for this as in it was a blind counter, but it wasn't, and I showed why in this video with the scouting purposes. I saw 4 gates, and whenever you see 4 gates on one base without an expansion at 630, you better be throwing up multiple bunkers. I can tell you that right now. There is not enough bunkers you can throw up, plus the bunker in the main to protect the production facilities. Something else I could note, you could be throwing down more bunkers as well. I mean barracks as well. So I did go ahead and start teching up to Vikings / Medivacs right here, but regardless, you could be throwing up additional racks as well. As you can see, I am floating a little bit of money, but at this point the game was pretty much over. So I was still floating around like 600, I'd say, when it was still kind of important to have that. So that's basically going to be it right there. My name is Mr. Llama. I hope you guys learned something today, and I'll see you guys in my next video.